Hey everybody, welcome. This is Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage for today's love energy forecast. For the last couple days, we've been talking about American politics, and I'm not sure what's going to come out, but the first card that I picked about the overall energy for this day was Spider. Very interesting. So I'm not sure. My intention was to sort of move off of that topic, but clearly I think the energy in the air, my guides are saying something about the thought energy that's going on in the air and the upset. So let's see what that's all about. I'm going to pick a couple cards as Oracle, Spirit's calling them energy announcers. And we're going to dive into the Rider Waite and see what the energy of the day is. So Spirit, what's the energy, please, for this day? Give us some messages, please, for this day about what it is that's in the air. What's going on? Okay, so the words that are coming through, yes, are about collective consciousness. You know, there's a lot going on. Obviously, if you watch the news, a lot of people are very upset, both sides of the aisle, and I think we just want clarity. Woo! Well, there we go. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So that is from the Journey of Love Oracle. That is devotion to the small. And I like it. Let's see what the book has to say about that. And I'm going to grab one more. Let's see, Spirit, which deck do you want? You know what? We're going to use this deck, I think. I'll just pick one from the beautiful Celtic Wisdom Tarot. Spirit, what is it we need to know? What would you like to talk about today? Yeah, look, this came out yesterday. So, the adventure of battle, that's aligned with the Seven of Swords. So I guess we're still talking about it. Okay, Spirit wants to talk about the heart chakra wounding. See that? So that's a story. If you haven't seen the other readings from the past couple days, go check them out. That's a story about a heart chakra wounding. That's King Arthur. He's protecting himself. He doesn't feel safe. And this person on the other side of the chessboard actually is cheating, and it's part of why we can't see that person's face. There's something going on, and this person feels embattled and unprotected. The sun's coming up, so things are getting better. So let's see what that's all about. I think that's how we're all feeling, no matter what your political stripe, my guides are saying. So let's see. Let's take a look at Spider. Caught in a web, obviously, is how a lot of people are feeling. You know what? I think everybody. So that's number 43. Let's just take a quick look and see what that has to say. If you haven't seen the reading that I just published about Donald Trump's soul cycle, please go watch it. It is a reading filled with love and hope and inspiration. Okay, 43, Spider is about weaving. Spider wove the web that brought humans the first picture of the alphabet. That's interesting. Okay, so there's a long story here. I just want to pick out the nuggets. Give me a moment. So there's a lot of talk about Spider weaving the web that brought forward the alphabet. Spider wove the first primordial alphabet, as she had woven the dream of the world and had become manifest. Spider's dream of the physical world has come to fruition millions of years before this. Spider's body is made like the number 8, consisting of 2 lobe-like parts. So Spider, therefore, is akin to the symbol for the infinite possibilities of creation. Her 8 legs represent the 4 winds of change and the 4 directions on the medicine wheel. Spider weaves the webs of fate for those who get caught in her web. This is similar to humans who get caught in the web of illusion in the physical world and never see beyond the horizon into the other dimensions. The web of fate represents a wheel of life, which does not include any alternatives or solutions. It is typically human to get caught in the polarity of good or bad without realizing that we can change it at any time. If we are not decisive enough about changing our lot in life, we may end up being consumed by our fears and limitations. Spider is the female energy of the creative force that weaves the beautiful designs of life. Her web has hundreds of intricate patterns which catch the morning dew. If Spider has dropped into your cards today, she may be telling you to create. Look for new alternatives to your present impasse. She can also be a warning that you are coming too close to entangling situations. The most important message from Spider is that you are an infinite being who will continue to weave the patterns of life and living throughout time. Do not fail to see the expansiveness of the eternal plan. Okay, so, I think it's funny. The words that just came through were don't start navel gazing. Don't do that. Don't get obsessed. It's been coming through in all the little readings. So let's look at this journey of love. That's number 32. Let's see. Devotion to the small. Within the smallest flower, there is the teaching of the earth, the gospel of Gaia, the mystery of life demonstrated. She recognizes that she too is of nature, subject to the mysteries of growth, and alive in both men and women who have open hearts. There is an innate wisdom within you that understands this devotion as an important step in fulfilling your spiritual destiny on this planet. She is letting you know that there is a small change happening, something that is growing within you that you may recognize but not think so important. Soon you will see what thought was a seed, to yield a single flower. Gratitude and love for the small changes that are happening are leading you into fullness. The message of this oracle for you is that blossoming is occurring, and the Mother Earth has gratitude for your presence within her being for the work you are doing to help other human beings. She asks you to surrender any concerns you have to her, to let her creative power continue to gently guide you into your rightful place in the world, so that you may shine as you were born to do, in service to the evolution of this planet. Well, it's interesting. Followed by that, let's see, Spirit, what is it you want to talk with us about? And there have been a lot of words coming through about the love reading that I did this morning, the little tiny daily love oracle reading. It was about being a witness. Actually, that was a life path oracle. Being the witness. Just deep breaths, right? Deep breaths while we witness, without getting into hate and fear and preconceived ideas and notions. Looking at the small, pay attention to the web of life and understand how all these things are woven together. And we are caught in the web, aren't we? We created a set of circumstances, and Spirit's been talking to me about Brexit, like basically just saying, look, it's not just here in the United States. It's all of humanity. If you look around at the web of, thank you. Okay, that's what it's about. They're saying yes. All right. So if you look at the broader aspect and you do become a witness and you sort of look at the group mind think that's going on across the planet about authoritarianism and the types of things that people are struggling with or struggling against, and the type of battle that's going on. That's the web we're caught in. And it is being brought to the surface for a reason, so that we can really inspect it and look at all the small details. So what we're talking about, I think, because look, there's the Eight of Cups on the top there. It's about walking away from that which no longer serves us. And we do have Pluto in Capricorn. We've got Uranus in Taurus. Right now we have Mercury retro, but it's arm in arm with Neptune. And then next week we are going to have an exalted Venus in Pisces. But for the first week that Mercury goes direct, it's still going to be walking along with Neptune. So this lack of clarity is going to continue. So, in a way, my guides are saying, everybody take a deep breath. Yep, you're done with all the deception. It's very interesting that this is coming out. And there it is, finally. I've been waiting for that. There's the Tower. Absolutely. Tower moments coming forward. We'll have to see how that plays out, won't we? It's going to take some time. This isn't going to resolve. And look, Six of Pentacles. I like it. Looking for help. Beseeching the universe. Please help us bring balance. We need your beneficent forces to shine down upon us at this point. That's, oh, look. And there's the Five of Cups. All right. So we're trying to salvage what we can. And look, whoo-wee, yeah, folks, somebody made a comment the other day who came to the channel and is a supporter of the current, okay, Spirit wants this, the current regime. Okay, there's the Knight rushing in. I think that's Congress demanding clarity because we don't have clarity, So I think and I hope that when all this craziness is over, we're going to get the clarity that we all deserve, all of us, and hopefully come to some heart chakra activation in order to bring forward this balance. And it is going to take time, but it's what everybody wants, right? The Tower's going to come raining down. So, as a lot of people are saying, we have our Attorney General is put out a statement. I don't personally have trust and faith. I think it's a washover. And after 2 years of being at odds with each other, again, no matter what political stripe you are, we deserve to see the full report. That's what's going to bring balance. It's going to come out. It's just going to take time. The fighting and the arguing, the bickering, and the attempts at repositioning. I think actually this is the Democrats and the Republicans, looking to the heavens for some assistance in these matters because it's just taking up too much of our energy. Let's see what's there. There we go, King of Cups. Right? We want a higher power, I think, at this point, to bring forward the love energy that is available, and that's what's going to come after the balance comes. That's really fascinating to me. Let's see. Let's get a clarifier. Spirit, can you clarify what the Tower is? This Eight of Cups, a Tower, Six of Pentacles. What's the Tower and the Judgment? What is it that's all about? I don't want to read too much into it. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. All right, so more messages coming forward. There are things that we don't know. I think we all know that. It's going to come forward. It's going to bring forward this clarity that we want. And in the moment, I think we just have to do our best to stay balanced. Stay grounded, stay balanced, apply love. Okay, gang? I've been saying it for days. My guides are just continuing to say it. Let's see what the runes have to say. Yesterday this card came out, and we were talking about Donald Trump. So this really might be about him and his personal set point. Coming to balance, the Tower moments. On the surface, we see the claims that are coming out, but anybody who has the ability to and willingness to perform critical thinking knows that it's not that simple, and things need to come forward. So brace yourself, stay balanced, stay in your love energy, be the King of Cups. I love that kind of came out at the end of the story because of this balance that we're seeking. Justice is coming forward. I don't worry about it because I think whatever's meant to happen is going to happen. All right, Spirit, what's this all about today, please? More Tower moments coming forward. Ah, look at that. That's the rune for joy. You know, it's interesting. Let's put it right there in the King of Cups. This transition, you know, this walking away, letting go of a situation that's just hopeless at this point, and the judgment comes forward. And I think it restores us to balance. It restores us to a state of love. It's going to take time. There's going to be a lot of rebalancing over this period. And we're going to see more. There's something more. And I think it's what's wrapped up in that report that people don't know. I think members of Congress know at this point. So the rune for joy and the King of Cups, I like it. So keep your attention on the small. Be devoted to the love energy that's so hard to see in all of this. And whenever possible, allow yourself to stream some love energy into this. Just see the transition. When the judgment is finally done, all is going to be well. And in the meantime, we're going to be learning an enormous amount about our capacities. And I think it's our opportunity to learn as a nation, so to speak, as groups of people, about what it is to manifest. So this is about light. It's about joy. It's the rune Wonjo. Didn't this just come out? I think it did. This is considered a fruit-bearing branch. The term of travail, is ended, and you've come to yourself in some regard. The shift that was due has occurred. Now you can freely receive Wonjo's blessings, whether they be in material gain or in your emotional life, or in a heightened sense of your own well-being. This, pardon me, I'm yawning, is an alchemical moment in which understanding is transmuted from knowledge. I like it. So, you know, again, I think that's Mueller. That's the knowledge. It's going to come forward. It's going to bring us back into a state of love and joy. But there are going to be some difficult moments ahead, including judgment. Clarity is definitely coming in. And I don't, you know, I could read into this in all kinds of ways, as we all could. So, you know, if this is not about politics and our joint state of being, and you are dealing with a challenge in your love life that looks like this, where you feel caught up in a web, pay attention to the tiny details. Allow yourself to see the micro and the macro. And definitely, protect yourself. There is heart chakra wounding going on here. Don't participate in somebody else's deceit. And my guys are saying, don't be available. Do not allow yourself to be available for deceit and lies. And, you know, I think part of the lesson that we're all learning is circling back to politics. This, what people are calling tribalism, I hope that that's part of what ends. This is ridiculous now, isn't it? Because we walk away from each other. That's what happens. And I think that's what creates this problem, is that we walk away from each other. And my spirit's talking to me about racism. I don't know if I even want to start going there, but, you know, there are things that are meant to come to the surface so there can be rebalancing. And the light of day has to come. And so those things, I think those negative things have been caught in the web. And they are being looked at under a microscope, you know, devotion to the small. And there is going to come a moment, and it is going to be a tower moment, because in this story, King Arthur finally gets up, smashes the chessboard, and walks away. And the situation is resolved. So something's going to happen somewhere. And for those of you that are managing a challenging love relationship, understand that you can bring yourself back to joy. This is an alchemical moment in which understanding is transmuted from knowledge. The knowledge itself was necessary, but it was not sufficient. Now you can rejoice, having been carried across the gap by the will of heaven. Joyousness accompanies the new energy that was blocked before now. Light pierces the clouds and touches the waters just as something lovely emerges from the depths. The soul becomes illuminated from within at the meeting place of heaven and earth, the meeting of the waters. And there is a new clarity now which may call for you to renounce existing plans, ambitions, and goals. It is proper and timely for you to do so, for Wunjo is a rune of restoration of the self, properly aligned with the self. So, I could spin that any way I decide, right? With my human words. I'm going to try to keep it neutral and allow us to ponder together the wider aspects, the real fine details of what is it that we are manifesting. How do we get here? How do we get out of this? And are we willing, all of us together as a collective, to demand integrity? And I think that's part, I hope, politics is politics. So in your personal relationships, you have the right to demand integrity. And if you're not getting it from your partner, get up and walk away. Just do not allow yourself to be available to that as part of what this message is. And when you walk away from that kind of lack of integrity, yeah, it doesn't feel good in the moment. Maybe it's a relief, but you have the ability to understand the clarity of your own judgment so that you can come back to this place of being the ruler of your realm when it comes to love and joy and maintaining balance. So, folks, I'm eager to hear what you're thinking and what you're experiencing, what your intuition and your dream visions are bringing to you about the situation that we're all in together. So, thanks for being here. Have a blessed day. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And I guess the story is going to continue to unfold. Thanks, everyone.